Hey guys, it's Dark Architect 18 back here with another YouTube video, and today we're doing the Vermont video. So Vermont should not be messed with. You're going to see that in this video, why it's a great demonstration of that. So before I get into that, I just want to say I do ship reviews, dev strike videos, and much more. So before I start, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you like the content and want to support the channel, hit the notification bell to stay tuned and up to date for all my videos. And now it's time to get to it. But before I get into it, I just want to say Defenestration, DFS, we're looking for 7 new players. So if anyone is interested, we're looking for players for the fleet. So either get in contact with me on PlayStation at Dark Architect 18 or Big Fozza 94 on Xbox. Hit up either one of us and we will get you in the fleet or get in discussion as to the next steps and where you fit in with the fleet. And we're looking forward to getting some more new players in that want to be on such a good fleet and have such good opportunities and have some really good rewards overall for the fleet. So just wanted to announce that before we get into this. So we're going to break down the commander, the skills, and then the stats of the Vermont, and then my overall take of the Vermont. So commander wise, we have Azerlane, New Jersey on here with Paolo di Revel and Angelo Iachino as their inspirations. Our main skills for Azerlane, New Jersey are Flammable Cannoneer, Crisscross, Firefighter, Don't You Just Love It, and then Fight Fire with Fire. And then our mods are Main Battery Mod 2, Propulsion Mod 2, Concealment System Mod 1, and Artillery Plotting Room Mod 2. So we're doing more reload, accuracy, more accuracy, and more dispersion. So dispersion, shell grouping, and all of that, because Iachino does shell grouping. The skills for the commander do dispersion, so it's really working all together, so that's good. So stats wise, we have a survivability of 98 out of 100, 102,800 HP, 10 to 508 millimeters of armor, 40% torpedo damage reduction. Artillery is a 94 out of 100. So we got 4x3, 457 millimeter guns, 18-inch guns, 19.2 kilometer firing range, 34.1 second reload, 30 second 180 degree turn time, 6100 max HE shell damage, 48% fire setting chances, and then we got 14,200 max AP shell damage. So we got some pretty good AP. I always run AP unless I see a destroyer. That's how I always go about it, or if something is really heavily armored and they're bow tanking, then I'll switch to HE. So that's like a battleship or something, or a really heavy cruiser. So that's how I approach it. Secondaries, you got 8x2 127 millimeter guns, 5 kilometer firing range, 6 second reload time, 1800 maximum HE shell damage, and 5% setting fire chance. So okay secondaries, nothing crazy, typical American secondaries. AA defense is where it's at. He got a 91 out of 100, so 36x2 20 millimeter guns with 220 average damage per second, 2 kilometer firing range with 21x4 40 millimeter guns with 334 average damage per second, 3.5 kilometer firing range, 8x2 127 millimeter guns, 121 average damage per second, 5 kilometer firing range with the maneuverability of 23 out of 100, which is pretty darn slow and pretty darn low as a rating overall, so you're going to keep that in mind. We have a max speed of 24.5 knots, 850 meter turning circle radius, and a 19.1 second rudder shift time. So this battleship is slow, turning wise, speed wise, and the reload is definitely below average. So those are some things you got to keep in mind with this ship. It's a great ship. You're going to see it during this battle. I play it very well. But if, you know, maybe you're not a fan of slower battleships. Maybe that's not your thing. But personally, I think the Vermont was a good addition to my collection. And also, I think it's a good way to just grind through it. So, in my opinion, I think the grind is worth it. Because I enjoyed this kind of battleship because of the accuracy and the reload, and I make things happen with the game, so you know, that's my perspective of it anyways. Concealment, we have a 41 out of 100, so detectability range by sea is 13.8 kilometers, detectability range by air is 11.5 kilometers, and detectability range guaranteed is 2 kilometers, and detectability while firing in smoke is 15.7 kilometers. So the detectability, obviously firing your main guns, is going to be over 20 or equivalent to your range. Concealment isn't great. I mean, 13.8 by sea, 11.5 by air, so it's definitely not great. There are definitely things that could be better on this ship. But overall, I think this is a pretty solid ship. It's got the 18-inch guns. It's got the accuracy. It's got the AA defense. And it's got the torpedo damage reduction. And the armor. So, the armor is really going to help you out. So, you got to make sure you're angling. You got to make sure you're picking your right targets like this. I'm shooting at the Des Moines right here. He's broadside, or turning broadside, so I just smacked him for 15k. I actually lost a significant part right there. From the Vermont. So we got the Minotaur. He's going to try to sneak out of here. I'm just kind of slowing down to maintain my speed and try to get some good shots out at this Minotaur. So got both salvos going out, Citadel right there, and yeah, we're up to 60,000 damage. We got Citadel or two, and sitting pretty good. I'm definitely kind of worried about this Vermont right in front of me, because I pushed up a little too far for my comfort. We got a Montana right there, and we got a Minotaur shooting at us. So we got now 4 ships because of the Des Moines. So I gotta get rid of this Des Moines. I gotta get rid of this probably Montana afterwards, and then kind of go from there, play it by ear. So overall, I'm not too worried about the reload on the Vermont. I think it's a good ship. If you're a really good battleship player, you won't really mind reload, even though I do have a reload inspiration on here, which is Paolo di Revel. He is the Italian commander, Italian battleship commander. So if you don't know him or you don't have him on your battleships, it might be a good option. I wouldn't go out of your way to increase reload on on a battleship that has I guess really bad reload, unless you think it's going to be worth it. But I don't find it worth it in this build too much, but I mean, it helps a little bit. But you know, that's the reason why I'm trying different things with my builds and why I do it, because I want to experiment with it and I want to make sure I have the best build that I can figure out. And I do a lot of fine-tuning in between these battles and stuff before you actually see these videos go up for these certain ships that I have. I do a lot of switching commanders, inspirations, and really trying to maximize the amount of success that I can get in the ship overall. And it's not all about the damage, as everyone says. A lot of people say on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, damages and everything, it's not going to guarantee you a win. If it was going to guarantee you anything, I mean, if it was going to guarantee you a win, you would say, well, Dark, you'd only need 150,000 in the Vermont and you'd always win. Well, that's not always the case. Sometimes you have 200,000, 300,000 damage, and your team still doesn't quite pull through for you for doing what it needs to do, and they just throw the game away. And that just shows more of a lack of gameplay in terms of regarding strategy, and that everyone just wants to go after damage and get their minute of fame. I mean, and it all goes down to these damage records. So it's just, I don't know, it's kind of silly to me, my thoughts of it. I mean, damage records are still kind of nice, but I mean, focusing only on damage doesn't, make a lot of sense to me. Maybe it does to some people, but that's my personal opinion. I think it's a solid opinion overall, but there's definitely people that are definitely going to disagree, and that's okay. Everyone has different opinions, so I digress. But anyways, we got the Kerr first. He's coming out, so we're going to try to take some shots on him, line it up. We got the front gun out. We got probably the back gun going. Trying to get as much damage as we can. We are definitely racking it up. Hitting this Kerr first hard. He's going broadside, so we got a 146,000 damage. Pretty good game overall. Hope you guys enjoyed the game so far, and make sure to hit that like, and also make sure to reach out to and apply for the defenestration fleet, so the DFS fleet. So that's our clan tag is DFS. So if you're interested, make sure to reach out, and we'll get this going. So we got 164,000 damage and high caliber. So make sure, if you like the video, to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to stay tuned to the next video. And also make sure, if you're interested in the fleet, that you send one of us a message, Big Faza 94 on Xbox, or me, Dark Architect 18, and request joining the fleet, and we can get you in there. And looking forward to seeing some more people in the fleet. And we always train people, and we're not afraid to have some fun, but also be very competitive. So we ended that game pretty well. 100